Hello, nice to meet you. Good afternoon, everyone. We will introduce you to this company that for years has been in the automobile industry.
Of course, yes, Luis. As you mentioned it is a company that has earned its place in the automotive industry. We are talking about the Honda company.
As colleges are confirming, Honda is a company of Japanese origin that manufactures cars, propellants for land, water, and air vehicles, motorcycles, robots, and components for the automotive industry.
Despite having knowledge of this company, I didn't know that they produced robots and roosters. Now I see it has a very good position in the industry.
Clear Partner. By the way, the company was founded in 1949 in Hamamatsu, Japan, by engineer Soichiro Honda under the name Honda Technical Research Institute.
This is very successful story, but currently visionary series. His first item was a cycle powered by a smart motor. As we know, Japanese culture is full of the windows, and they are were based of the motor, the power of dreams.
As we know, Honda offers high-quality automobiles, and all of their entrepreneurs in the automotive industry recognize the great work of this company, since they have partnered up to be your spare for a huge number of auto parts.
It is surprising how far this company has come. Another work that is recognized by Honda is its concern for the environment, since they have 40% of their research developing new technologies to create electric cars.
Here we can see how with great vision and especially strategies you can reach the high position of the industries. As we know and have commented, Honda was the last to launch a hybrid vehicle on the US market worthy of competing with other companies since it was at affordable standards and price for the public. This was the insight base.
And if the vehicle that generates zero emission of the atmosphere, we are not little the environment. I feel this is a vehicle that uses hydrogen capacity of the traveling 4060 and a speed of 1060 km per hour. This vehicle only generates water vapor, which is why it was named the first vehicle that generates zero emission. Currently, this is something that should be.
Without a doubt, when we enter the world of a person or even a company, we can fall in love with how they have grown over the years. We must know that the road is not easy, but Honda has been able to solve it perfectly, and that is why now it is currently a great reference in the automotive industry.
Without anything else for the moment, we appreciate the participation of each of my colleagues who took the time to talk about this automotive company.
Thank you very much, colleagues, for sharing your knowledge with us. See you soon in another presentation of the major brands in the automobile sector.
The Honda Accord starts out as a roll of steel that comes in the heated go-stroke or blanking process, which is the materials that cut out to a certain shape and then goes into our brass stroke For the stage break, we have a draw a dream, the appears, the and a final beat, the as those sports come out, we have a so change. On the back usually that we utilize the check and inspect the parts and flaws and defects truly unique to Honda as one of the few plants that has a servo press in the United States that allows us to produce a better product than a higher speed. Here the Fermi Plasburg department we make as the Honda Ford bumpers, the boomerangs in the dashboards. I made here the formula bar. We have 5 different machines that we run with number 5 you have the rears on number 7 which we're right now we run the front and the you have got number 8 you run the front bumper again and the you run on number 1 the UPS which is the instrument panels and the number 11 you run the rear low grade so you have 2 different or on Ford bumpers that you're running for the rest. Those are the parts that you're running through. Here we have a little pellets that we are loading from the seal in the back which comes through the tubes and the 4 fifths up into the conveyor. You have your mold which is sent where the form the part and makes the part. After forming the new part goes into our welding department. Our welding department has over 900 robots. Within those robots, we have welding robots, we have sealing robots, and we have welding robots. Those robots are within 5 areas. Within inside our department, we have over 800 associates here and over 800,000 square feet as within inside our department. So it progress from our first zone which does our inner frame, which is new for the support. It is like the bonus with inside the cabin from that it goes into our nest area, which applies the skin from the it goes into our smart parts drawer are installed and then it goes to our finish where fine adjustments are made before it just shaped of the paint department. We had tried 3 new innovate areas that here this is the inner frame which is the area that we're in now and also a roof bracer and now with inside our roof raised area we are the only Honda plant that does the sunroof model in a brace which increases the quality and appearance of the roof. We also have another innovate which is called the high performance adhesive which is adds to the rigidity of the bodies. So those are the 3 new additions to this new Accord. After we finish the welding it's off to our paint department so they can apply and the new colors. After it goes to paint and assembly, we also have a team that is our final adjust area. Outpost assembly which does our final inspection before it goes to our customs. When the corner comes in front out of wheel shop, we'll basically have several processes we go through, we hop through and cleaning process where we go through and cleaning process. Deep tank series we have process which is our electric code. Rust prevented coating with central saline we, where we seal the body and make the waterproof. We then go through an inspection process before we go into the painting booth, and the point we prime with base coating and the clear coat the body after it comes out the oven. We do an inspection process. We put a black wax and the under wax into the cavities of the car. We put a beta foam in the first zone dating, and we shift the cars to up ons if air says they take the doors off for an offline door process which will later get married. Back up to the car after assembly ons. We break the accords of the front wheel chop. It will take an average of about 8.5 to 9 hours. With the introduction of the Ornate line, we have something that you need to the auto industry, which is our prime is actually a two-part prime process. We have a resin and the catalyst to get mixed before they get alike to the car body. So this is brand new technology for our industry. We also have an auto inspect mode where we have robot mount inspection that comes out and inspects the car, then that feeds back to the associates where defects are or the inspection process. So both of those are very unique to the auto industry. After the i4 leaves paint it west into what you call upon, and that's what all your interior parts get put on the car like wearing to be your carpets like we're spending that right now. All the body parts get put on wheel after the car hits down. This body line its will approach toward bumper instant, then it goes to engine mount. The uniqueness of it is the process are designed for the average person to do, and they do a lot of careful study in a process teaming where each unit gets a certain amount of time to the process, and in this on a verge of society. I think that the unique thing about it when a person comes here works at Honda without with the correct training, and I one can do this process. So the next step of the new Honda Accord is engine mount and rear suspension mount. Upon they will send down the car that's good at being number stamp in the body once iPhone receive that information. They will print on a bill sheet that bit she gets applied to the carriage so that every car will know what parts go on every car. That's got a model side back and engine rack. They will assign that engine with the model type to the build sheet, and the sub-assembly will that engine it will come out here to NU mode, and that's where we'll mount it to the body as you can see, making be me very critical part of the process. For the rear suspension, in the engine, to line up bones of the body as the equipment should it. Are coming the end of the assembly line. The new Honda Accord, the tires have been installed behind me. You're going to see the front and the rear glass installed into the car. This all new glass equipment that was installed it's only about 2 years old. It's completely automated. When the glass comes down, the robots will pick you of the carrier. It will take it down, sit it on a conveyor. It will be sailed from there, slides down to the robot, picks it up. They take into the car. There are cameras that line their gloves up so for a correct fit, and the robots will apply the glass to the body without checks every 2 hours to confirm on sealers good the or sealer being is correct and everything checked for the high quality. It is glass style equipment. After we install the windshields will go down and start to seal an interior part from a rear seats of installing steering wheels. We install in front and the rear doors. That's waiting on the assembly. We go to into inspection. This is last step for the new Honda Accord. Duelists go through the paint area. They paint the doors, then they remove from the drop the signs the doors down the door line where they insimer the door. They install the liner the door. Handles the mirror the chrome in this area right here I is styled, and this is where were installed all 4 doors from the new Honda floor units. Thanks for watching the video.